Let's fucking go.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another week and another episode of the Leongs, the professional
Professional
wrestling
wrestling
podcast.
podcast. Oh, we
Yeah,
did
well,
we did
it was
Danielson and
Danielson
Robin.
VD.
I feel like a year when we hit a year mark, we'll have like a whole TikTok dance
Yeah,
of like
Leongs.
wrestling. Like,
Yeah. Remember Fandango? He was the first one of these. Remember?
um, okay.
Dirty Dango. Yeah.
If we're just gonna jump right into something I've been wanting to talk about that just
Okay.
is not something we would normally talk about. So we don't really watch, well, we don't really discuss WWE on here,
Yeah,
right?
not a ton, but
But I tune in every once in a while because I mean, they have so many cool people.
they do.
I was a very huge fan, and you will not be surprised about this, of Breeze and Fandango.
Oh, that was
They're
really,
everything
yeah.
I liked
Yeah.
because, you know, they were silly, they were doing the work, and Fashion Files, that whole thing was specifically tailored to me and my interests.
Yeah.
So, we all know the story of WWE, but if you, the listener, are not, they really fucked the two of them, in my opinion. Like,
Yeah.
massively. And to double down on it, like 2 months ago, I watched something with my partner on WWE, and they have a new tag team on there that is their gimmick exactly. It's the same exact gimmick.
The guys
And
from
I'm
UK?
like,
Is it
I don't remember anything about them, but they're
Okay.
wearing almost the same outfits. They got selfie sticks. It like
Oh.
has like a soft like porno filter over it when they walk out. It's Breeze and Fandango's gimmick exactly. And I'm like, this is offensive. like I
Yeah.
feel so bad for Tyler. Fandango I think kind of doesn't give as much of a fuck, but like
Yeah.
I don't know, man. It feels wrong. And like
Yeah.
I don't know these guys' story at all. Maybe this was always their thing.
Yeah.
Who knows
Sure.
with that machine?
Yeah.
I don't blame the wrestlers themselves. I blame the company. Although it came out last week that Vince is like officially out on paper due to
Axed.
the
Yeah.
woo. So
Yeah.
who knows what's gonna happen? But yeah, when I saw that, I was like, "How dare you do my boys so dirty?" And Fandango is so genuinely funny. I feel like someone needs to put him in like an Always Sunny type TV show. Like,
Oh yeah. Yeah.
truly.
He
Anyway,
was top of mind
that's
for
my
me.
rant.
Yeah. No, I'm glad you brought that up because they're actually Dirty Dango is his name in Impact, and he's top of mind for me because I watched Bound for Glory, whatever this week.
Justice
Which
for him.
we'll maybe get to.
Justice for Fandango.
Yeah, he was. Like like he came out and they said Dirty Dango. He was in the Battle Royal gimmick, and I was like, "Who the fuck is Dirty Dango?" And I was like, "Oh my god, that's Fandango." And then
Yeah.
when we were doing the intro, I was like, "Oh yeah."
Like, do you remember that regional wrestling KFC thing they did where him and Cena pretended to be regional wrestling announcers?
Yeah, it was it was like a sketch show they did. It was really
It was
funny.
genuinely Fandango
was
on that
genuinely
was so funny. Anyway,
Yeah.
this is my rant.
Yeah, it was like they
And,
pretended to be like an old school territory.
Sorry, you said one thing and you just set me off.
That's what this show is. That's what we do here. I want to throw in there that Tyler Breeze is a tragedy of a talent from that company. The fact that he didn't have a career was I mean, he had a career, but like he should have had way more.
I project so much of myself onto Tyler Breeze because it's like, oh, you had a passion for something, and then the industry wore you down, and you gave up and started doing something completely different with your friends who like you.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow.
Could relate.
Wow.
Here's my pitch: live action He-Man movie, and Tyler Breeze is Prince Adam.
You heard KRL. Get on that shit.
This is my pitch.
Get on it, writers.
Anyway.
Did they stop striking?
The writers' contract got negotiated, but actors are actually still having trouble.
So, yeah. Don't cross that line, folks.
Yeah.
So
Except for wrestling.
yeah. Well, so it's an interesting week in wrestling, and by that I mean not an easy number one story or show to go with here.
We have like one major pay-per-view because we live in psychotic times where there's like a pay-per-view every 20 seconds, but like this week it's not as dire, and honestly I welcome it. I am currently wearing minimal makeup and my hair's still wet from the shower because I'm getting ready to move, which is a psychic mind fuck, but also it's October and people think that I'm social. So I have been out more the past 2 weeks than I've had literally the entire year. I did a year's worth of socializing this weekend, and I feel like a wrung out washcloth. So it is fine wrestling. It's only so much I can do.
To go with what Katie said, I also I went out this month probably more than I've gone out the rest of the year as well, which is why I now have no money.
I know. Oh my god. It was so sad. Lawson invited me out and I was like, I can't. I have too many things to do.
That was the day. So that event that I invited, that was the day after that happened. I was just I was out of money. I was like,
I get it.
That was the end of me having money.
Lawson, I'm literally moving so I can have money. Yeah. Like that's what's happening right now.
Yeah. I basically am just waiting for November now. Like as we're recording this, we're a week out from November, and I'm just sitting here. I got my bananas that I stored up like a.
Oh yeah.
I'm just gonna
eat
bananas
rice
every day and just chill.
Just chill.
Is there anything in the back of this cabinet? What's in the back here?
I'm right there with you, homie. New York is rough.
Here's how I got owned. I have like a thing of almonds, and like almonds are really like
I'm sorry, almonds?
Almonds.
Where are you from this?
Nah, did I say it like that? I didn't hear it. Did I say it like that?
It's okay.
Almonds.
I mispronunciate things so often, I'm like, oh no.
Yeah,
I've been doing it wrong the whole time.
I meant to say almonds.
Almonds.
And you know, for like, you know, I'm always as a larger man trying to make sure I keep the diet in check and eat healthy proteins like almonds and snack and don't you know, mess up and overspend on some unhealthy meal. But long story short, I might be allergic to almonds now, and that really is bad because I was eating them the other day, and all of a sudden I was in a Discord call with my friends eating almonds. I'm like, you guys, my tongue is swelling up. Does that mean I'm allergic to almonds now? And I was like, but that's impossible. I ate these, like, I've been eating these for weeks, and they told me, like, you know, you can develop an allergy. Which I felt like they were like talking to a child. They're like, you know, Lawson.
But also, like,
you can develop an allergy.
I have such a broken body. I have something that sounds sexual but isn't, which is called oral allergy syndrome, where
yes, I think that's what I have too. Because I looked this up after.
Yeah, where you just, like, your body confuses the proteins and stuff in certain foods for other things. I have this with tree fruit, where I don't get anaphylactic shock, but my body's like, this has been near pollen. So
yeah, right. So I think that's what happened to me after doing the research.
This has been Health Watch on the Lawson Leon, which, as we know, is a big deal because I'm very sickly.
The afflicted continues. No, I just want to point out how unfair life is. That, like, as a heavier man trying to do his best eating almonds.
I know.
I can't even have this.
Punished. You get punished by almonds. You can't take my wrestling t-shirts. It's just God's just spitting in your eye.
So if you go on Instagram, Katie's giving away? I don't want to misrepresent.
I'm giving away t-shirts. Yeah, well, I'm moving, and I have so much stuff. And I'd rather give away certain items to people who would like them than sell them to a rando. And honestly, I'm not gonna put something in the mail. I could barely function.
The incredible irony of almost every wrestling t-shirt Katie put on there, I was like, I'd wear that, except I'm nowhere near her size, obviously.
I know. Maybe I'll bring the Finn Balor one back.
Hey, is he getting pushed? Was he in Judgment Day? They're doing well, right? I don't know.
He's around still.
Sure. Well, anyway, Katie, did you watch any of this Royal Quest gimmick here?
I did watch the ones that you listed here because those are the ones that I also saw and was I would like to watch that.
Yeah.
I also like it whenever New Japan has some sort of monarchy reference in the title because that means Zack Sabre Jr. is going to do an insane promo backstage.
Royal Quest, mate. Royal fucking Quest, eh?
I hate the queen. I'm glad she's dead.
You know, fucking Quest. You know what I think about that, mate? I need some cold fucking beer. Love Zack Sabre Jr. here. George Michael told me, use the Zack driver, mate. So let's start with the main event here. Will Ospreay versus Zack Sabre Jr. for the IWGP, not US, but UK title.
Yeah.
Between the two best British wrestlers in the world, especially because that one guy got canceled. So, we don't talk about
the
MS.
British purge.
Yeah.
Talk about wrestling t-shirts, man. I have a whole second tier of wrestling t-shirts that just went straight to the garbage. Like, that I'm not giving away. I'm like, well, no one's gonna wear this. You can't wear this. Or sometimes it's trios, and I'm like, maybe I could cut the one guy out.
Yeah. That'd be fun to send to like kids in Guatemala. It'd be like when they like the same or whatever.
Like when someone loses an election.
Super Bowl.
Oh my god.
Patriots.
Sending my like
shirts.
Marty t-shirts to a poor kid in Guatemala or some shit.
They have a Marty's girl shirt, a Patriots 2007 shirt. That's how much I follow football. It's the last year that I knew who lost the Super Bowl.
I thought I had gotten all the canceled wrestlers out, and then I found an old when he had that trios. It was Marty, Brody, and PCO, and I'm like, well, two of these guys are still cool.
Yeah, they were called like Violence Over Everything or something like that.
Yeah.
I remember Brody King cut that promo after. Where he was that's why he's
the realest motherfucker. I love Brody.
Yeah.
He's from New Jersey.
Yeah.
He's in a hardcore band. He has tattoos that don't suck. I am pro Brody King. He's a good dad.
I've heard he's a real sweetheart in real life too. Everyone says he's a real nice dude in real life.
He before he was in AEW, when he was wrestling in that Ring of Honor New Japan thing in Madison Square Garden, my friends was having a drag show battle royale, and he showed up to do a lip sync to Lady Gaga in like a gay bar, like
awesome.
that it's like as big as my bedroom. So like Brody King,
he's a cool guy,
realest in the game,
real dude, love it. Yeah. So I just remember he always reminds me of that Kyle Kinane joke of He goes like, the best I can describe this guy is he looks frustrated from having run out of spaces to tattoo. And like I was thinking that when I see Brody King, not that he looks frustrated. I mean, he plays like a mean guy or whatever. But like, he's got so many tattoos and he's so big. You think he would be able to run out of space because he's a giant man. Big. But he's still got it all covered. I just remember that promo he cut afterwards when there was Ring of Honor was being watched by nobody but me. Where he was like,
I was there occasionally.
Occasionally, yeah. Jonathan Gresham, I'll check it out. He was like in black and white, and he just goes like, "No villains, just violence." And I'm like, "Damn, bro, damn."
Or
made that shit clear. Made that shit clear as day.
Yeah.
Anyway, so Will Ospreay versus Zack Sabre Jr.
I mean, this shit was lit.
This shit was fire.
I mean, I'm a simple woman, I think anyone who's listened to the show could figure out my taste by now. And if you give me a ZSJ Ospreay match, I'm going to watch it. I'm going to love it. I'm going to clap. I'm surprised this hasn't happened sooner. When they cut the promo for it originally in the ring, I was like, yes, where they were both speaking Japanese and being cheeky.
Well, New Japan had kind of done the thing where they had like, they had kept them in the tournament.
Yeah.
Like, their match has always been in tournaments in New Japan.
Yeah.
They hadn't, like, done a program with them in a while. Maybe ever, actually. So, yeah.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think so. I mean, Ospreay was a junior for a little while, so that was part of it. But also...
Oh, my God. Remember that?
Yeah, junior Will Ospreay. Feuding with Kushida. Could never beat Kushida. As hard as he tried. Until finally he did. But, and then, Will Ospreay... This is the first... I feel like this is the first match Will Ospreay and Zack Sabre Jr. have ever had, where Will Ospreay was the favorite.
I know.
I think this is the first time that's ever been the case. So, and he gets the win. Zack does kick out of a Stormbreaker, so
Yeah.
that move is kick outable of. Chris Jericho and Zack Sabre have done it now. But
I think canonically, they at this point they're like they have to let Zack do that. Then you know what I mean?
Yeah, it was a big match. It definitely felt like the fight for who's the best UK wrestler. It definitely felt like that. So, and I loved it. I think they've had better matches, but I still loved what they did in this one. I thought it was really
I mean, it's not like it's impossible for them to have a bad match now in this point in their careers. You know what I mean? It's
they kind of have the perfect technical wrestler versus flying wrestler dynamic. Although Will kind of brings that I'm also jacked now thing to it, where he chops
now
really
I
hard.
got shoulders, bruv.
Yeah, he chops really hard and hits hard and throws elbows now. But I loved it. And also right now on Cage Match, so I forgot to link this in my Discord, but it is right now the 8th most popular cage match of the. It's the 8th highest ranked match of the year according to Cage Match voters. So, it's up there. It's above things like Hangman Page versus Moxley and Danielson versus Ricky Starks.
I mean, depending on your point of view, I actually understand that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I pointed those two out specifically because those two matches, I like those two matches more, but just saying on Cage matches ranked even higher than those. So, beloved by all. And after the match, they're both kind of baby faces now, so there's a moment of respect that they have. And, Ospreay is challenged by Shota Umino. Katie, why? Can somebody help me understand?
I mean, I get why in the sense that they're trying really hard to make Shota a thing. I just don't feel like he's fully cooked.
He's not.
And I'm sorry, you're going to tell me he can fight that guy?
That's what I said.
You're going to tell me that's an even match?
That's the thing is
it's just listen, wrestling is pretend and I love cartoons, but I don't believe it.
Yeah.
You gotta at least give me something.
That's the thing is even if Shooter beats Will, I won't buy that he actually could. I don't buy that he's actually as good as him.
Yeah.
And the other thing is so what? Will just beats him again? That also sucks. So I don't really know why they're doing this.
New Japan's being messy lately.
Everyone's
being messy, if I'm to be honest.
It's a sloppy shop.
It's been messy lately. And I get it. We're watching wrestling. It's gonna be messy, but there's peaks and valleys to the mess, and I feel like we're heading to Mess City right now.
Yeah. Katie, let me ask you something, and let's be honest. Wrestle Kingdom is less than 2 months away.
Jesus.
Is there anything about Wrestle Kingdom that you were excited for?
No! Long show full of shit I don't care about that I have to watch out of some maniacal fandom. No, I'm not looking forward to it.
It's kind of unbelievable. This used to be my wrestling Christmas, Wrestle Kingdom.
This used to be do we stay up and watch it in real time?
Yes. I remember, that was the thing. It's oh man, this card, I gotta watch it live. I could get spoiled.
What
if I go on Twitter and I get spoiled?
We would take our apps off our phone and go to somebody's house with provisions because we know we're gonna be there for 12 fucking hours with wet naps and my asthma machine just in case. You know what I mean?
I gotta
to see
watch
Kenny Omega fight Okada for 3 hours.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Yeah. Whatever.
And now this.
And now this year it's
Sonata's our champ. Sonata.
Minata.
The leader of the faction that is called Just Five Guys.
Yes.
Sonata.
The
literal base layer of a creator wrestler and Fire Pro. No mods.
Yeah. Well, do you want him to be handsome? Okay. But to quote...
To be fair, also, He was hottest when he was doing his little, like, rockabilly Cold Skull thing.
Yeah, you're talking about pre-beard? You're talking about OG?
Yes,
Yeah.
pre-Dr. Zaius.
Yeah.
Pre-Planet of the Apes Sonata.
We were straight up Cold Skull, dark hair.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is neither of those things.
No.
He's not kooky.
No.
And he's not hot. He's not really anything. He's kind of just like a bag of gas that can do a paradise lock.
Yeah.
Sorry. I got mad about it.
No, I mean...
I'm your level mad about it.
Yeah.
Now that I'm putting together that Wrestle Kingdom is only 2 months away.
I have to be honest. I went on the Wikipedias and looked at the last decade of Wrestle Kingdoms that I have watched, and I have to be honest. Seeing Sonata's name, like you look at these lists of main events. It's like Okada, Naito, Tanahashi, Okada, Tanahashi, Nakamura, Omega, Okada, and then you get down to fucking Ibushi, Naito, Jay White, Okada. Then you get down to Naito, Sonata. And you're just like,
Naito, Sonata.
What?
And I love Naito, but like even he's like doing his like he's been asleep at the wheel this year.
So
you know?
Yeah, I'm gonna point this out too. Like, cause all right, we're burying Midnight as we should. But has there ever been a colder G1 winner? Like, this man won the G1. He's supposed to be the hottest wrestler in the world. Like, the people that win the G1 are like the main characters of pro wrestling for a little while.
I mean,
after
basically, it is what we said, where I love New Japan, but we are entering the dark ages, my friend. We're going back. Because they've really fucked up farming the kids, you know? And they just mismanaged, and they didn't set up enough new people to you know, take on the next generation, and so now everyone's kind of like stalling out. Don't get me wrong, Naito's like one of my favorite guys, but like there should have more and more heat around him winning. I didn't even realize he won at first. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I just remember the year Kenny Omega won. It was like there's a new star has arrived.
It was the biggest thing on the planet.
Yeah, it's like this man. There's a new. Dave Meltzer was comparing him to Dwayne Johnson. I remember it was like this man has arrived on the scene, and like when Okada would win, it's like fuck yeah, it's okay. And when Ibushi finally won, it was like now it's finally Ibushi's time.
It's finally Ibushi.
Naito wins this G1, and we're all like, oh yeah, Naito, we like him. And then it's been 2 months, and I don't ever think about him. Fucking PWI didn't have him on their list, and we could bury PWI for that, and we will. But I mean,
we will.
Jesus. They would never leave off a G1 winner if they were hot. You know?
I'm gonna not be so neggy on here, but like, listen, I'm not wearing a lot of makeup. I'm tired. I'm cranky. I partied for like fucking 72 hours straight, and then I have not recovered because I'm in my 30s.
I have an almond allergy. New Japan.
Lawson has an almond allergy. He's been surviving on bananas and a Wish. New Japan, give him something to live for. Come on.
It's fucked up how true that more or less is.
You know how I relate. I relate.
Just look at. I'm literally like looking over like at my bananas, going like, I can make some platanos out of those brown ones. Oh yeah, I can spice things up. Got any adobo left? Anyway, so that was the main. I don't know why they're doing the shooter thing. It's stupid. Apparently John Moxley's not injured anymore, so he's gonna show up and beat up Great Okan. So
yeah,
cool.
I mean, him being out really threw a wrench into so much stuff.
It did. Yeah. I missed him. I said
I
it when
did
he came
too.
out on Dynamite. When he came out, I was like, "Fuck, I miss John Moxley."
Me too. I was like, he's back.
Man, I there's like I know there's folks who like make fun of him for bleeding all the time. But you know what?
And he's silly, but
awesome.
He's a linchpin, and he's an MVP. Like, you know what I mean? Like, the man is working hard for this company.
Yeah.
And we need him for stuff.
Yeah.
Like, stuff wasn't working with him gone. It was messy.
It was messy.
AEW has been messy as well.
Yeah.
I think you'll agree.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
What are they doing? Okay, sorry.
Well, do you want to?
Like...
Well, let's do Shingo and Ishii first because we gotta do Shingo and Ishii.
Oh my god! Now, I just love these two guys so much.
They're the best.
I just love them so much.
Yeah.
God.
Ishii can never beat this man, though. He can never beat him.
He won't. He never will.
Constantly gets wrecked by Shingo every time.
It's so mean. But he will. Because you know what? He loves the art of pro wrestling.
God, he does. He love it. He loves it with his whole heart.
He gave his whole neck to pro wrestling.
Yeah. All whatever of it he had. He's like how, the snake, the snake gave up the ability to walk or whatever for being a snake.
Yes.
Ishii gave up his neck for pro wrestling. That was...
He did.
This was Lawson Recounts Christianity, by the way. That's a new segment. Lawson's Bible study. The snake gave up his legs because, fuck. Anyway.
Because he's the devil or some shit.
I don't know. Because then they were naked, I guess. Anyway, don't do drugs, kids. It runs out. Ishii gets killed once again by Shingo in another hard-hitting classic.
It's really cool, though.
These guys don't phone it in. They were in the UK. They could have taken it easier here, but they decided not to.
They took a plane. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They have to eat British food, which I imagine is troubling.
Yeah,
especially for someone from Japan, where you can get fresh food at a gas station.
Yeah. Yeah. They have those cool vending machines in Japan, right? The really cheap ones. Yeah, I haven't been to the UK, but I do hear their food is ass. So, who am I to not believe everybody?
Think about bad American white people food, and then inbreed it even more. How is that?
That's in America. Well, at least I grew up in New York, so I'm just so used to having the options. But I just imagine over there you just don't have the options, I guess.
Gotta be some, because there are also immigrants that went to the UK, thank God.
Sure, thank God.
So they could teach them about,
spices, flavors.
Yeah, something.
Put something on your fucking food.
They colonized India, and they did nothing with it.
Man, what a throw that was.
Sorry.
Gandhi worked so hard. Anyway, so this was really telling to me, and I'm gonna apologize because I have a couple friends who are big Tama Tonga fans, and I like Tama Tonga now, but I have to be honest. Did you watch this, Katie?
I scrolled through it. I didn't watch it.
So Tama had wrestled a tag early in the show. So Shingo beats Ishii. Shingo and Ishii. So Ishii. And,
yeah.
So they both either had a
I thought you were gonna talk about the tag. I was like, I didn't watch that.
No. So Tama Tonga comes out. He's the never openweight champion, right? He beat David Finlay, finally ending that feud a couple weeks ago. And the crowd doesn't give a fuck about Tama Tonga. They just love Shingo, and they keep saying, I think this one, he keeps getting heckled. Tama's trying to cut. This is the thing about this. He's a babyface. He's trying to cut a I'm a good guy, you're a good guy, let's find out who the better man is promo. And he keeps getting heckled. This guy keeps going Shingo's gonna kill you. And he has to be nah, ain't gonna happen, man. He keeps talking to this guy in the
But
crowd.
Also, I don't think he's used to the UK audience, which is rowdy as fuck.
They were rowdy.
I will give the UK this. Every UK show I've ever seen, broadcasted, those crowds are nuts.
Yeah. And this is deep into the show. This is semi-main, right? And they just watched Ishii and Shingo have a fucking classic.
That football hooligan mindset. They're grinding out there, just thinking of ways to ruin people's days.
Yeah. So Tama comes out. I felt so bad for him. And the crowd is just Shingo's better than you. We all know it. And it's he's trying to be hey man, let's find out who the better man is. He's trying to cut this fucking promo. And Shingo accepts. Shingo doesn't make him look bad or whatever. But it was so obvious though. The crowd was just so Shingo's gonna kill you.
If one of those guys running New Japan should take note, because people are noticing what they're doing, man.
Yeah. I mean, they're rowdy, but they're also Yeah, not to put over UK
right?
people too much credit, but they're smart fans. They watch the product. They know.
No, yeah,
they know
no,
we all know Shingo's better than Tama Tonga. We all know that.
That's why I'm saying I'm just like someone saying the thing out loud that you're not supposed to say, which is that why are you doing this?
Yeah, like when Shingo's like world champion level.
Yeah,
Tama's a nice little mid-card
Shingo's
wrestler.
like the top 3 guy in the company.
Yeah,
in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean Ospreay, Okada, right?
Mm-hmm.
Probably because Tanahashi's old now. Jay White's not there. Ibushi's not there. So yeah. So that's the main event. So actually, this is coming up this weekend. Katie is this New Japan Strong show. I'm gonna really quickly tell you a couple of the key matches on here. So the main event is Tama Tonga versus Shingo. That is the main event for the openweight title. Tama Tonga's main event.
Well, it is New Japan Strong.
God bless Tama. It'll probably be like a really good match, but I just feel like, well, I'll go through the rest of this. So Eddie Kingston has Hanare. Now, we all love Eddie Kingston. He had a good match with Hanare in the G1. However, yep.
Why?
Yep. Yeah, Katie. Yeah. Yep. Yeah.
Once again, Eddie's a team player, even though he's been bitching about it every step of the way.
Sure.
But why? Like,
yeah. I mean, New Japan they're giving Hanare chances. I'm not saying he doesn't not deserve chances, I guess, but he can deliver. He had that really great match with Shingo in the G1, but this is not an exciting card. Those are the two big singles matches, along with Julia. Yeah, we get Julia on the show, Katie.
Oh, that's cool.
Defending the Japan Strong title against I believe it's pronounced Hyan, Hyan, the Booker T trained wrestler from Texas. I haven't seen her in a couple of years. Yeah.
Listen, I like that mix.
Mm-hmm. From what I remember, Hyan is pretty good.
Leave it to women's wrestling to make anything interesting.
To save the day. Julia here to save the day.
I've started seeing people in AEW crowds with signs that just say women's wrestling, please.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah. I mean, a couple of them are injured, but get Athena on TV. If Samoa Joe can be on TV, bring Athena in. Why can't Athena do it?
Once again, they have 3 programs.
Yes, they do.
3.
They do.
Okay.
Yeah. Also, Britt Baker's not around as much as she could be. Like, I know there was some backlash. Maybe she's taking
I think she's taking a step back. Because she just was carrying the company on her back for a minute. You know, I don't blame her.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
We got Shida versus Emi Sakura, which was cool.
Yeah, it's cool. I'm not saying it's not improving. I'm just saying
it's treading water. To be honest,
it's
it's not really improving, but
yeah,
it's treading water. The real test will be when Mercedes Moné shows up. Because then we'll see what happens then. But yeah, let's that show. This is some of the tag matches. Gabe Kidd versus Tom Lawler is also on there, which could be good. But it doesn't look super enthralling, Katie, to be honest with you. So I will watch it and report back if it is worth anything.
I'm glad you already understand our relationship on this. You will tell me if there's a match I should watch on that.
Yeah, absolutely. I got some folks in the Discord who are a little excited about it, so they're better. They're better folks than I, those Tama Tonga fans. So we salute you. You were about to go off about AEW's the sloppy shop, Katie.
It's been sloppy. They've been really doing a bad job with storytelling lately. Don't get me wrong. I want to always preface any kvetching I do is that I am an idiot and I don't run a company and I'm just a little guy. Like, you know what I mean? But I'm just a little guy. But yeah, I mean, they have so much stuff that they're trying to do, and they're doing such a bad job of establishing any stakes or whatever. Like Wardlow's back squashing people again, it seems really stupid. Or Emmy versus Emmy versus Shida.
Mm-hmm.
That's a cool concept, but they did nothing to build up to that. They just toted it out.
Yeah.
And yes, we know on paper Emmy was her teacher, XYZ, but there was nothing preceding that to give that any meaning. And it would have been very easy, like 2 weeks ago, to have set that up a little bit. You know what I mean? I just think they're like being so messy, just like throwing stuff at the wall without setting it up, and it's a little frustrating because I've seen them do it before. I know they can do it. I believe in you. You have the ability, and yet what are you doing, man? And I know that stuff got a little fakakta because, like, you know, like there was like 3 injuries in a row with that belt. You know what I mean? And like, yeah, I get it. Like
they kind of did what they could with that. Honestly, I can't really hold them accountable for that.
I understand that there's like, and you know, I'm not going to even pretend I understand what's going on backstage or whatever. I'm sure there's a lot of stuff that goes into everything.
Yeah.
But I just feel like I've seen how good they can do it, so it makes me frustrated to see them doing it so bad the last like month or so. You know what I mean? Just like, just not setting anything up, not setting up stakes, not like giving us a reason to care about things that are happening.
Yeah.
They're just happening out of the blue. And I don't like that.
Yeah.
I'm here for story.
Yeah. I don't always mind when they do some stuff out of the blue, but it does feel like...
No, not everything needs like a 10-year setup, but like...
But it seems like a
some
lot of their
things
stuff...
do.
Yeah. A lot of their stuff is very... they're just announcing stuff, sort of. And it's...
It feels like a little like they just have a bunch of names in a hat sometimes.
Well, yeah, and so here's an example of something. So, I wrote this in the show notes. Katie, who is MJF feuding with right now?
13 people? Like, it's like Samoa Joe, the Kingdom,
right?
Those,
The Bang Bang Gang,
Bang Bang Gang,
JY Juice,
yeah, and I think that's everybody, right?
And then Wardlow.
Oh, and Wardlow, which actually does make sense, but once again, they just brought Wardlow back out of the blue and was just like, we're Goldberging him again. And Wardlow can actually wrestle, so like, give him something to do.
Well, I think it's okay to like have him come back and do a couple of squashes, but then here's the thing: we have been there before. We're just trying to like re-educate them, I guess. But then he comes out.
But it's boring to see like the same exact thing.
Yeah. Well, I think he's like a heel now, but he hasn't really conveyed that totally. It's very subtle.
No, it's subtle.
He's
sure.
He's like beating up like baby faces and like Matt Seidel's like a bit. But like, again, these aren't characters that are like canon. Matt Seidel's like he's like my favorite mid-carder ever, but like he's not a featured character, so we don't even know. Like there's not a real difference between him squashing Ryan Nemeth or Peter Avalon. Like to the most of the audience, there's no difference.
Right.
And, like I'm watching this, so I'm like, oh, he's doing it like he's being kind of mean about it now. And he's not because
MJF's a baby face, but also I have problems with that. Excuse me, I'm gonna blow my nose off camera.
Now I'm large now. Now I control everything. Oh, you can see more of my room this way. That's a little. I feel.
Sorry. No, I'm back.
No, it's fine. Hold on. Let me see.
Like I said,
let me elevate women's voices. Boom! I'm an ally. It's just that easy.
Yeah, that's all we need. That's all it is.
Kay didn't see anything, by the way. She has no idea what I'm talking about, but in the visual...
I'm sure you're, like, moving my face around on the screen.
I was
or
bigger,
whatever.
And then I made us equal again. That's all that happened. So that's the thing. Wardlow should try to kill MJF, because...
Yeah. That's the original storyline.
Yeah, MJF, let's not get it twisted. MJF, like, sort of enslaved this man for 3 years, and we watched him do that. And now we cheer him. So Wardlow should be like, fuck this guy. He's feuding with Jay White, though. That's his main feud. And Samoa Joe's going after him. Now, I'm not saying you can't have your champion have multiple feuds, but I am confused as to what are we...
Why?
Because Jay White is the main focus, so am I just going to watch Wardlow powerbomb people until Full Gear is over? Or like,
don't get me wrong. I'm so glad they're finally spotlighting him.
Yeah.
So when they brought him on and didn't do anything with them, I'm like, you are fucking up.
They fucked up. Jay White we're talking about.
Yes. He's like a mega talent.
Yes.
And the Bang Bang Gang and that whole crew, Bullet Club Gold is very good. Like,
they're doing great work. They are a highlight of the show for sure.
I just feel like, it's a little unfocused. You could even have, since there's so many of them, have them go after other people. Just have them be what they are, the, like, school bullies who aren't monsters, but are just, like, stealing everyone's Yu-Gi-Oh cards and being a dick. Yeah. I know I was kvetching about storytelling, but you know what is working so great is Christian Cage.
God, is he good.
God, it's the greatest run he's ever had.
I think it is. I can't get
enough of it.
I was thinking about it.
Saying, AEW, I believe in you.
Yeah.
Because this plot line of evil dad Christian Cage and his fucking turtleneck, mwah. Yeah. Love it.
The fact that he's turned his son against his own mother. When Nick Wayne this week, and by the way, I know you were kind of
what a plot line.
Yeah, I know you were kind of touch and go with the whole Nick Wayne storyline earlier.
No, I'm on board now.
Yeah,
when bad Nick Wayne. When Nick Wayne told his mom to go fuck off, I'm like, I'm all in.
When he goes, "Ma, you're dead to me. Christian Cage is a better father figure than Dad ever was." I was like, what the fuck, dude? What the fuck?
He says that to his actual mother.
That's his real mom.
One part of me was like, you guys gone too far, but the other part of me was like, entertainment. Wow. This is amazing.
Honestly,
so, I mean, to change the subject, but it just came to mind while we're kvetching about how messy this MJF thing is. I'm like, well, this is something that I've loved.
Yeah. No, Christian is definitely, I mean, he is stealing these shows. He is like the best thing. When I hear that music come out, I just like a smile creeps across my face. I'm just like, oh, this piece of shit.
I also like how there's so many bad guys in AEW that you have a scale. So it's like Don Callis is the most evil. Then you have Christian Cage, and then like on the funny guy end, you got Bullet Club Gold. And I feel like that's like the arrow. So it's like over here is Bullet Club Gold, over here is Don Callis, Christian's right in the middle.
And you have like Swerve kind of sneaking his way up there now.
Yeah, Swerve is like Catwoman, I feel like, just like chaotic, neutral.
Yeah.
Like he's just like fucking with everybody.
Yeah.
He's so good. Make more people beef with him instead of MJF. Because he's kind of got no skin in the game except, like, messing people's shit up right now. Well, I guess he's feuding with...
He's going back to because Hangman's, like, him and Hangman are going to...
Yeah, that's a big page.
So, people... I want to say this right now. I'm going to get this out of the way. Hangman is going to defeat Swerve as Full Gear. And I want everyone to be okay with this right now. Because
everyone just, like...
everyone's going to be mad when it happens. So
take your vitamins...
Hangman
it's okay.
It's okay.
All right. We need him to be the face of the company.
He can't just lose all the time. Okay?
Yeah.
He's the main character. Now, if you don't want to be the main character, there's a whole other discussion. He's been de-emphasized
him not believing in himself doesn't pay off if he doesn't win and learn how to believe in himself.
Exactly. Yeah.
For me, specifically. Katie Rose Leon, who this TV show is written for specifically.
The other thing I was thinking of, Katie, I think of another part of Hangman's story. I was watching John Silver have this match with Orange Cassidy for the international title. It was real fun stuff. Rematch from 2020. I think he has to reconcile with the Dark Order before he's the main guy again. Because...
Also, that would give the Dark Order kind of a ending, because, like, those poor guys... They got so massively fucked. Yeah. And they're all still there.
Right. And I mean, they're kind of legacied now because of Brody Jr., I feel like. So.
Well, they could give them their own stuff to do and then, like, once a year have, like, Brody Jr. show up to, like, yell at all of them. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like, I think there's a way to make it work and not, like...
Yeah.
just make these guys. Like, giving them that match, John Silver, that match with Orange Cassidy, I think was like a nice nod. Because he was so over for a second, and then everyone was like, too much other stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, these are two of the guys, these are two of the, if we can call them AEW homegrowns, right? They're two of the guys who got over kind of by being different, if you want to put it that way. Johnny Hungy becoming a literal meme. And so,
Meme! That's so funny. I forgot about that.
Yeah, the energy, the meme of the whispering in her ear. So that was a fun match. We got a Bryan Danielson Andrade El Idolo match on Collision, Katie. Were you able to catch this?
I didn't watch it, but I would like to see it because that was probably great.
It was. It was very good. Very good clash of styles. And,
I know Andre, he I just called him Andre. Listen, I'm exhausted, and I got a Long Island marble now. He's a great wrestler. I know he's probably a dick, and that's why he's on the Collision Island, but, like, I bet that match was great.
He hit Sammy Guevara too hard, Katie. No, I don't think it's
I would also hit Sammy Guevara too hard, but I'm not at work.
Listen. It's not my job to be objective. Okay, I never said I was an objective person, so I'm on Andrade's side. I'm glad he hit Sammy hard.
This is not a news source.
Yeah,
this is a gossipy group chat. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, someone in my Discord was like, "Man, it seems like you really hate WWE, Lawson." I'm like, "Yeah, I do." I never claimed to be objective. I don't have to be objective. It says
we have no reason.
Yeah. The fuck's the point of being objective? I'll be dead soon. Hope not soon. But someday.
Someday.
Yeah.
Matters how many bananas die in the great drought of 2024.
The plantains, they're gone. What the fuck are they talking about? Bryan Danielson, the reason I bring this up, Katie, is because this man cannot be stopped. He is on a tear.
He's on a tear.
Yeah. And so at the end of this match, Katie, you'll appreciate this. The lights go out. Lights come on. Malachi's spin kicks Bryan Danielson in the face.
So Malachi's still in the game.
So
you said something to me about him going away, and I was like, no.
It was speculated, but looks like the whole Collision show was built around the House of Black. They came out 3 different times, which was too many, to be honest with you, Katie. It was too many times.
Oh, wait, they did their full intro every time?
They did. The lights went out 4 times, Katie. The lights went out on the show 4 times.
Once again, AEW, what are you doing?
I think Sean Trent told me
just have them appear like Sting. You know what I mean? Like, after the second time.
Right, exactly. Yeah, no,
the whole thing is that they're black magic fucking Satanists. Like, they can just appear, you know? Yeah. Haven't you watched a horror movie? Satanists just sit there quietly and sneak up on you.
Yeah. I've seen, what was the name of that movie? Where, what's her name? The daughter gets her head cut off.
Hereditary. I'm like, you're gonna have to be more specific than a movie with a woman.
You know that movie with the lady? She does the thing.
Yes.
Yeah, the
you know what I'm talking about. Yeah. They just stand. They just stand there.
That movie's
Buddy
on my
Murphy
mind.
do anything? I love that guy now. I'm like fully.
Oh, Buddy Murphy?
Yeah,
he's the man. Yeah, he showed up and threw some knees and stuff. Yeah, it was. Brody King's he doesn't have a cast anymore, so it looks like he's okay.
Oh, that's good.
They all looked like they were. Yeah. So they're back. They're feuding with what Danielson's crew? What are they called again? The Blackpool Combat Club.
Which is so funny because
Regal's not there.
Regal's not even here anymore.
BCC, baby. So that's a thing, and yeah. So here's why I brought this all up, though, Katie. I feel like looking back at this year, I feel like this year is a 2-horse race for Wrestler of the Year. I think you're either backing Will Ospreay or you're backing Bryan Danielson. Is there anybody else who we can put up against them for this year, Katie?
No.
Okay.
I don't think so
either. Yeah.
No.
I love Orange Cassidy. Love Jon Moxley.
I'm surprised to say I think it's Danielson because he did so much with one arm.
I
I'm so massively impressed by that.
The one arm run has been so
one arm
good.
doing 5-star matches.
That's insanity.
It's fucking crazy.
I mean, that Ricky Starks match, I was thinking about this also. At the same time, I was thinking, is this the best Christian Cage run of all time? Yes, it is. Was that the best strap match I ever saw? Yes, it was. I've never seen a strap match as good as that one. I can't think of one. I
love them so much because they're so horny. Wrestling's always like low-key horny in a way that like straight people don't pick up on, but then like when the straps come out, I'm just gotta be like, you are all here seeing this.
Katie, I am so glad you brought up that exact thing. I said this to you a little bit ago. Let me check the Discord here. So I'd have to scroll up to find it. But I incidentally found this YouTube channel that... okay, it's scrolled up here. It's like, essentially the idea is... Yeah, it's called... Okay, so one of the videos is called Zach Clayton Dominating Jobbers. That's the first one I found.
Yes, I did see you send that to me, and I was like, okay.
So, and I found this completely incidentally. I mean, YouTube algorithms, whatever. So the channel is like called Ray something. I don't know. If you put that into YouTube, you'll find him. But I looked at this channel. First of all, I watched the video, and it's a squash match with Zach Clayton, edited very specifically. And then I went on the
actually watched it twice because I was confused at first about what was happening.
So, and here's what really clears it up is if you read the comments. If you scroll to the comments, that clears it up. And as I went on the channel also, and all the video titles are about male wrestlers dominating, squashing, whoever, and...
You walked into someone's spank bank, my friend. This is someone's hyper-specific thing, and, like, it's not that much of a stretch, you know?
Yeah.
Like, sometimes when people are, like, writing weird, you know, like, there was some really horny person always leaving, like, weird comments on Max Caster's page way before the MJF stuff. But, like, this is just, like, you know, if you have a wrestling fetish, like, which people do, by the way. Mazel tov to your creativity, to your resources.
Well,
people
thing
gotta have an outlet.
It's so funny because, like, you know,
the wrestlers they pick are so specific.
Yeah,
they're not like The Rock or like you know, like household names. Like this person watches wrestling.
Yeah, they're specific. Like Zach Clayton. First of all, have we ever even talked about Zach Clayton on the show? He's an AEW dark guy for the listeners because I don't think you would even know who he is. There's like it's like indie wrestlers who have like Tracy Williams is popular on there. Hot Sauce, Brooklyn, shout out.
Yeah,
it's like Tracy Williams gets squashed again. And it's like, so yeah, it's from what I can tell, it's for gay men who like to watch men get dominated in wrestling matches, like get squashed and beat up or beat other people up. So it's both, I guess. So, and the weird thing is, as a straight man, like when I first started seeing these, my initial reaction was like, oh, this is like ironic. This is like someone making fun of gay people. Like, I wasn't sure, because, like, when I read the comments, it wasn't until I read the comments that I realized, like, oh, this is, like, real. This is, like, a real thing. This is an actual, sincere homosexual
I can't tell you
on the internet.
How often people walk ass backwards into stuff like that, and I'm very delighted by it, because it's like, you at least have some sense where you even had the inkling that you're like, the fact that you're like, they're making fun of gay people, you at least knew that there was something homosexual happening.
Right,
I just love when, like, people just don't even, like, the example I always like to use is fucking Dexter Lumis, when that character showed up on WWE. Because to me, Dexter Lumis looked like a Tom of Finland drawing. Tom of Finland being a famously horny gay men's illustrations, like beefcakes and like leather and like dressed up as like motorcycle men and stuff, and he looks exactly like that. He thought he was like doing creepy serial killer, and I was like, honey, I'm doing YMCA right now, like I don't know what to tell you. And truly, this YouTube channel, it brings me such joy to know it's out there. Like really, it's so specific. And I love the idea of just weirdos finding each other and bonding over their hyper-specific needs. This guy made this channel, and people are commenting on it. And once again, I really got to emphasize how, like, weird these wrestler choices are.
They're specific as fuck. They're, like, mostly indie people.
Yeah.
I mean, there's, like, some AEW Dark folks, but, like...
Yeah, but they probably know them from the indies, just judging by their other tastes.
It's not Kenny Omega or, like...
No.
Konosuke Takeshita, other famous handsome guy B. I don't know. It's not like... It's like fucking D-tier indie wrestlers or whatever.
Although I would let Takeshita put me in a submission hold, let someone hit me with a truck. Like, just putting that out there.
Like, just put it out there. You gotta put it out there.
Gotta put it out there.
It's not even like Chris Brooks, you know? Like, Chris Brooks is, like, pretty well known.
I know. I gotta tell you, like, I'm so glad I deleted Twitter, because I'm pretty good at, like, not being parasocial. But it started getting weird with Chris Brooks, where I'm like, he's not famous enough that I can keep liking and commenting on his stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like, and especially with the time difference, like, he's posting stuff clearly when he's, like, drunk after a match, and I'm like, I like that song too, just like me for real. like, I had to be stopped.
Damn. Yeah, we need to get the cold towel Katie.
I was straight up a Chris Brooks reply guy for, like, 2 months, and then I had to, like, reel it in.
Yeah. I have friends that try to DM Willow. I'm not gonna name any names here.
She's beautiful. I don't blame them. That's also one, before she was on AEW, I'm like, I can't. She might know somebody I know. Like, I can't be doing that. She's from Long Island.
She trained Benel.
So. Yeah, exactly. Like, I can't be that guy.
Yeah.
Let this be a lesson to you guys. Don't be that guy. Learn from KRL.
Don't slide to the DMs. Don't be reply guy.
Don't do it.
I'm trying to think. I'm thinking of the most parasocial I've ever been with a wrestler. I think I've been pretty good about staying away from that. I mean, look, I follow a lot of ladies on Instagram, but that's just
right.
That's free.
But I want to make it clear. I was always sane enough that I did not think we had a relationship. No. I did not think he knew who I was. I didn't think we were friends. It's just that I saw myself tiptoeing up to the line.
Sure.
Where I was like, I know what annoys me online.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah.
It's like, I don't want to be that guy where you open up your message requests. It's just like 15 ones of me being like, oh, I love 9 Inch Nails. Like, oh, that's a cool jacket. You know, like.
Yeah. No, I feel you there. Anyway, the AEW stuff. So we're in agreement that Ospreay and Danielson.
Yeah, no, those are the dudes of the year.
Did you catch the Rocky Romero Mystico match? It was on Rampage.
I did.
Yeah, okay.
I looked it up today because I care. Okay. I love that AEW has just been going for these straight up unhinged lucha wrestlers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I think it's an untapped market in the United States, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
And lucha wrestlers are a combination of things I love that is not for everybody. I love high-flying bullshit. Mm-hmm. I love unhinged personalities in and outside the ring. Yep. I love stupid gimmicks and pageantry and Halloween Town. Because, let me tell you, all these guys' costumes, like, I'm not dissing the art of mask making, but everything else is sometimes pretty unhinged. Like,
what, Joe Capetta? What do you mean? Is that not?
Oh my god!
Is that not okay when he comes out like that?
Yeah, I think I've told you this. I hate it when wrestlers dress up as superheroes or pop culture references, except when they're lucha wrestlers. Like, you can give me like Phantom, Rey Mysterio, or whatever. Like,
Rey Mysterio had a really cool Wolverine costume once.
Yes,
I want to say.
Yes,
yeah.
That's exactly.
It
what
looked
I'm
weirdly
good
because Wolverine's short, right? That was like kind of. Yeah, it would like looked really. It looked weirdly good. I think also came out as Captain America once.
I was surprised Rocky Romero was wrestling this man. I'm surprised Rocky Romero is wrestling, period, and I say this with love in my heart for the man.
So,
like,
that's the thing, Katie. Sean Tragedy's been keeping me up to date on the CMLL's proceedings, which now they are partnering with AEW, so we'll be seeing more of them. Rocky Romero has been Mr. CMLL this year. He is the top heel over there. He's like,
see, I'm not up to like.
I wasn't either. I wasn't either. So
I watch the really like I watch like Triple Mania usually when it comes out because it's kind of a shit show.
It's a shit show. Yeah, that show's fucking wild. Yeah.
But I did not know that. I love that for him. What a career move.
It's so weird. He's like 43 or something, and it's like this is his big heel run this year, 2023. Asuka. He has his own music video now, Katie. His own new entrance music.
You know what?
Yeah.
I like Rocky.
Yeah.
He's always swaggy as fuck.
Forever clotheslines.
Yeah,
forever.
but I'm so surprised to hear that because, like, no
weird.
offense, when I think of lucha wrestling, I do not think of one Rocky Romero.
I know, right? Yeah, it's very true. He was the was he Tiger Mask Black or Black Tiger Mask? He was a Tiger Mask. I don't know lucha stuff that well, but he was.
Why made a new Tiger Mask? That seems like something that they could do to fucking turn things around over there.
Yeah, I think the old one hasn't retired yet.
Well,
that doesn't actually sound. They usually still do. They'll do like
he'd just be Tiger Mask 3 or whatever.
Yeah, whichever number it is. Like, yeah.
Maybe he's waiting for his kids to get old enough to pass it on because I follow him on Instagram. He has a very good Instagram account.
Oh.
He's a very wholesome man. He watches Demon Slayer with his sons, and he has mini tiger masks for them because he doesn't want anyone's face on main.
That's adorable. Little kids with the tiger masks.
It's good.
Those kids are growing up on the Demon Slayer, huh? I haven't caught up on Demon Slayer. You know, that's a discussion for another podcast. There's a lot
of anime problems right now, Lawson.
Oh, is there?
But we can't talk about that. I'm sure you two have discussed it.
I just finished.
I got a lot of DMs. I don't know about you.
Oh, yeah, of course. What do you mean? Toriyama's still got it, Katie. He's not lost his marbles like Vince McMahon.
He's not literally going senile.
He wrote a letter to everyone being like, I hope you're all really excited for Dragon Daidon, whatever the fuck this shit is.
I hope you're excited for Muppet Babies.
Oh, shit. I will indulge this for a second and just say...
Oh, I smoke marijuana. Yeah. I will be fine, but I will not be talking about it on a podcast.
No, yeah. I'll just say that...
I want the option that I can walk away.
Yeah, yeah. So... Literally, I was recording Ball Not Super, and I had Joe from Spirit Hunters as my guest. And literally, as we were about to go live, I see in my YouTube, Dragon, the trailer. Yeah, the trailer pops up on my YouTube. I'm like, the fuck is this? And so before
the Jaws music starts playing.
Before we went live, before we recorded, I sent it to Joe. I was like, we're gonna watch this shit and see what Toriyama's up to. And I couldn't believe it. That the lesson he took from GT was, should have been all of them.
More GT.
That's where it went wrong. Should have been all of them, kids.
Okay, we're gonna have a $100 tier on our Patreon, and if everyone subscribes to that, I will recap it. But that's how much it's gonna take.
Yeah. Yeah, folks in the Ball Out Discord, we're adding.
And I'll do it sober. If we get 5 people in the $100 tier, you'll have your own personal.
Oh fuck.
KRL talks about fucking Dragon Ball Daikon.
Daidon, whatever it's
called. Oh, Daidon. Daikon's a radish.
I have no idea. I don't actually know what it is, to be honest. It's not The Legend of Dai, because that's a good anime, which you should check out.
Yeah, I like that one.
Oh, have you been watching it?
I watched that, yeah.
Oh,
I love Dragon Quest.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Sorry, guys, wrong show.
Anyway, sorry, listen,
Rocky Romero is doing the most, apparently, and he wrestled Mystico, which is, insane to me.
They had themselves a fucking clean-ass lucha match.
It was great.
Yeah. It wasn't like different Kingo matches where they did a bunch of crazy shit. It was just like a really clean, condensed
match. I mean, it's Rocky Romero, once again.
Right.
I'm saying this respectfully.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it was great.
Yeah.
I love the art of Mexican wrestling, not gonna lie.
Yeah, it's cool.
I actually have a giant El Santo poster in my house from one of his movies.
That's badass.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Yeah, the only thing I also had to talk about, the only thing I think I brought up was Chris Stat and Willow had a match.
Really happy about that
Mm-hmm.
when she announced that because I'm like, I've been kvetching about the women's division. I'm like, finally.
Yeah.
And it's such a good thing, too, because it's like two women who respect each other, pushing each other to get the most. And I love that.
Right.
I always love that. That's why I love Stardom, because that's like 90% of it.
It is. It is completely, yeah. So,
can I just,
yeah.
I'm going to put a pin in this, jump back to a conversation we had, and we'll come back. So we were talking about gay shit in wrestling. My Metamore, she keeps sending me Stardom clippings, and she knows nothing about wrestling, but she now wants to know everything about Stardom because she keeps sending me these like horny lesbian moments from Stardom where they look beautiful, but they're doing cruel things to each other. I'm like, girl, I got a whole thing to show you.
Yeah.
So it's really easy to get women into Stardom. Anyway,
yes,
Chris Statlander versus Willow. I love these women, honestly.
Great.
It's really cool to see them fight. I wonder if they trained together because they're both from Long Island.
Right. I feel like Chris Statlander is a huge fan of Willow's in real life because I remember once they came out for a tag match a few weeks ago and Stat comes out and she's like, "Hell yeah, baby! I'm teaming with Willow tonight!" Like she yelled that right into the camera. So I feel like she really likes Willow. Which you wouldn't.
Chris Statlander, and I'm so glad that they're giving her this after she came back.
It's what TK always envisioned, I think. And
I love this for her. I think
it's another one of the best things in the company right now.
I'm very over for her.
Yeah.
I
think it's like a pure. I mean, right now.
She's like a
champion, except for maybe
she's like a lady Steve Austin situation, except with even less edge, and I mean that not in a mean way. I just mean she's just like I take no BS. And I'm here to wrestle.
Yeah.
I got a blue streak in my hair. Let's go.
She's doing. I mean, I compared it to the Orange Cassidy run, but it does kind of feel like that now. She's kind of doing. Well,
and it makes sense because I guess technically they're still in the same stable together. Which is what a motley crew that is.
I know. We love them though, the best friends.
You know what? I love Chucky and Trent because they will always show up to work. They know who they are in the company. Yeah. Although Trent's new arc of guy who gets the shit beat out of him still upsets me, but whatever.
Honestly, Trent he's the perfect mid-carder. I fucking love him. Me too. He's such a Matt Sydal is my favorite mid-carder. I always say this. I always go my favorite mid-carders: Matt Sydal, Trent. Those are my guys but Trent is he can challenge for those titles and he can lose. He can put other guys over on the way up. He can he's just... For
me, Sydal's a mid-carder because when he debuted, he did the botch Heard Around the World. And I will never forget it.
He did. But he would have been a mid-carder regardless, to be fair.
I guess that's true,
As I'm saying this, I love Matt Sydal. He's one of my faves. But he just is a mid-carder. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with being a mid-carder. No. You need them.
I'm a mid-carder in every facet of my life.
Exactly. You need someone to go on in the middle. There has to be a middle. Things need middle.
Someone has to be there.
Everyone's all about
keep things moving.
The beginning and the end. But someone has to go in the middle. Someone's gotta. And it's better if there's someone good.
Yeah.
It's a hard spot to be in the middle. People are like, oh, it's not the beginning anymore, but it's not the end, you know? What is it? What am I, fucking Seinfeld? That was a really bad Seinfeld bit.
You gotta have a mid-carder.
You gotta have stories in the middle. So yeah, that's really all I had outside of Bound for Glory. Kate, did you have anything else this week for the
No, I think we got all my rants out of my system. It's almost good that nothing happened this week. I could cover a lot of ground about subjects that I needed to yell about.
It was. Yeah, I think I got out my main points as well. Really quickly. So, Bound for Glory. I know Katie doesn't watch. Well, Katie, you don't watch Impact, nor do you watch TNA. That's right, Katie.
Definitely don't watch TNA. I occasionally will watch an Impact match because they got people I like. But someone has to tell me to watch it.
Yeah.
And before the great Impact purge of 2018 or whatever that happened, I actually went to a bunch of live Impact tapings.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I've literally never watched an episode of TNA.
Yeah. Well, now's your big chance, Katie Rose, because TNA is back. That's right. At the end of Bound for Glory, they announced Impact is going back to total nonstop action. And why?
What does that mean?
I don't know. I don't know.
Why are they doing that?
A couple of friends of mine think this is a good thing, and to that I say, why?
Why?
Who fucking First of all,
I'm not even trying to be a dick. I'm literally why.
Literally why. Here's the thing. Nobody cares about the TNA brand. I hate to be this guy, but nobody cares about the TNA brand. It means nothing. Beyond that, it's a shitty name. Okay?
It's bad. It's very
it's
90s.
Trashy.
It is trash.
It's trashy. And I don't mean this, I'm not trying to be judgmental. I'm being first of all,
but it's
no one says TNA anymore, okay?
No one says that. That's what I said. It's mad 90s, and if you are TNA, you're relegating yourself to being a joke.
Right. It's a joke title.
Now, if you're trying to make the American DDT wrestling, then maybe, yeah.
Sure.
But, although even DDT now is back to being serious, so, serious.
They move in stages, They, okay, my company, Brooklyn Battle Comedy.
Yeah.
BBC. That's on purpose, because we're a comedy wrestling company.
You're a comedy wrestling crew.
Right. If I was putting a real company together, I would not call it... I would not give it the BBC. I would not call it the BBC, okay? That's all I'm saying. TNA is even worse than BBC, because,
worse.
You're doing some weird fucking male gaze shit on there, too, in 2023. And I'm not trying to be
and it's women wrestle now. We're past the lingerie match era,
Yeah. That was the whole idea when they named it that. I'm not telling Kay, I'm doing for the listeners.
No.
When they named TNA, if you didn't know, it's because they're stupid, and they were people will watch a show called TNA if they think they'll see TNA.
Once again, an extremely 90s invention.
Yeah. And then they'll stay when they see wrestling was the idea.
It should be put in the ground, with Surge Cola and Gateway computers. You know what I mean?
Yes.
We don't need to bring it back.
Yeah. But they're doing it, and people, the wrestlers acted happy about it. So.
Well, they're at work.
I don't know if they had a choice. I don't think who decided this, but anyway, Bound for Glory was a pretty good show. Headlined by so I think have you ever seen the? So you used to watch Impact. Were you ever a fan of the Motor City Machine Guns, Katie? Alex Shelley. And Chris
I only
Sabin.
know them a little bit. They were good wrestlers. I don't know enough about them to have a strong opinion, but I remember enjoying matches.
Yeah, I gotta be honest. The Motor City Machine Guns are my favorite tag team of all time. So it's a real big, So Alex Shelley is the world champion, and he defeated Josh Alexander in the main event. It was awesome. The second best match of the show. It was really excellent. It's worth checking out, even if you're not an Impact fan. But the other thing that Josh Alexander was essentially the main character of Impact. He was the Roman Reigns. He was the longest reigning champion ever. Was 14 title defenses, undefeated for over a year. This is the first time he's been pinned in 2 years. So Alex Shelley is now the guy, and I'm pretty hyped for that. So, but we also love Josh Alexander. He's also great. He's my second favorite wrestler on the planet after Hangman Page. So
cool.
I don't hope he goes to AEW because I don't want Impact to just have nobody, I guess. But I
understand the struggle there.
Yeah, it's
you're I want you to succeed, but also this company needs you.
This company needs somebody. Yeah, they need a hero. So, so that happened. Kenta wrestled Chris Sabin in the opener. That was solid. It was Kenta looked better than he looked at the G1. It was good.
Yeah.
So, Yeah. And then
he woke up for that one.
He did wake up for that one. He did wake up. And then we had Ace Austin and Chris Bay finally defeat the Rascals, Zachary Wentz and Trey Miguel. Another really good junior tag match. If you really enjoy like little guys doing flips, it's like a 12 minute, just like it's a really fast paced match. That's
where
fun.
I like to be.
Yeah, it's 12 minutes, you're in and out. It was really good stuff. Really cool, inventive, high flying stuff. And then Trinity defeated Mickie James.
Mickey's still in the mix.
I think she might be done now. I think this might have been it for her. She looked good the last couple of years I watched her. But I think she might.
I don't hate on Mickie James. I'm just always surprised to hear she's still wrestling.
Yeah, she was like legitimately still good like the last couple of years that I was watching her. But I think now she might be on her way out because she was clearly slower here. I think so. Trinity, by the way, is over, so she's doing a good job.
That makes me so happy because she's another person that was done so dirty.
Yeah.
Like, I was obsessed with her.
Yeah.
And they just did not. She was so over, dude. And they did nothing because they're like, we can't have a black women shit on WWE. I'm like, all right.
God forbid. Yeah.
I'm glad they pushed Bianca, but like Trinity, really, she did dirty.
Yeah. So Trinity's doing good work over there. She's holding it down real strong. And then, the big showcase match that people who don't even watch Impact might have flown in for. Will Ospreay defeats Mike Bailey. Currently, crazy. Cage Match has this as the 7th best match of the year.
Ospreay is like the hardest working man in show business. He's on like every continent.
Yeah.
He's like...
Yep. He's way out there.
Yeah.
And he's got that big match with Shota Umino coming up and all that at Power Struggle. But here, this Mike Bailey match. So I was talking to a couple friends. I don't know, how much Mike Bailey have you seen, Katie? He's been
a little bit. I know that you've talked about him a bunch.
Word. Yeah, I'm pretty high on Mike Bailey. I think he is somebody. If I was Tony Khan, I would definitely take a look at. Because I think he's unique. He does unique stuff in there, and he has natural babyface connection, kind of like Jungle Boy. He reminds me a little bit of Jungle Boy, although he's older. But and he does kicks.
IP.
So, yeah, well, I think I heard he might be coming back. He's not suspended anymore.
I hope so.
So I can't wait for him to come back and to be like, "That's right, I did it. I saved this company from CM Phil."
Honestly, it would be a fire promo if he just buries him on the way in.
I'm booking a future feud between Hangman and Jack Perry where he says that to Hangman. He's like, "I did what you couldn't do, Hangman. I drove out the cancer."
Hire Lawson, man. He's got it all laid out.
You said you would protect this company from him, and you failed. But I stepped up with broken glass. I used real glass. That's what it took.
I used real glass to drive out a real problem.
A real problem. The other thing is, I don't know how much you care about this, Katie. Apparently CM Punk was at the Impact tapings.
Well, WWE made it clear they want nothing to do with it. So now he's got to really figure out what he's going to do next.
You know what? Honestly, maybe this is the best for everybody. Honestly, CM Punk and Impact, God bless you guys. Honestly, get that money, bro. I hope he...
Put him on TNA.
Yeah, fuck it. Why not? It's going to be 2024 soon. Why not? Let's do it. That's really all the main hitting points I have here, Katie. So, as always, you can support the show, patreon.com/happywrestling.
Happy Wrestling.
And we're up there. Be uploading more highlight videos soon. And the $100 tier of us doing Dragon Ball. Chibi.
Yeah, that's right.
Will be going up in 2024.
Listen, I'm broke.
I'll do it.
All right.
Yeah,
I'm saying this is a dare. I dare you to pay me to do this.
I dare you.
See how far I'll take a joke. We'll see.
Yeah. Like Moana said, how far will she go? Is that it for us KRL here?
Yeah.
That's it for us. We're about
That's it for us.
90 minutes away from the real Dynamite where Okada's going to show up. I'm pretty hyped for that. So
let's go.
We get Okada on free television. What did we do to deserve this?
It's crazy. We did. Truly, bless up.
We're truly blessed. And that's all from us here. And as always, happy wrestling!